What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back here today with your pop, your pursuit of purpose. And today I'm going to be talking about Atossa Therapeutics, ticker symbol ATOS, and a little update for everyone, as well as Jaguar Health, JAGX, and some things to keep on your radar for the coming days. Now, as well, again, remember, everybody, this is not financial advice. I am here to only give you guys, updates, news on the things I am buying, I am selling. Currently, there's just been a lot of buying because so many opportunities have presented themselves, including for Atossa Therapeutics, in my opinion. Again, we talked about it last week during the bleeding week, and we saw some good returns if you've been holding since then. But regardless, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get right into the video. And before I do that, actually, let me interrupt one more time. Please join the Discord, everyone. I have my link below for a free public Discord. It's open to literally every single person to come in and have dialogues about stocks. So please join the family. I've been really enjoying having conversations with everybody. So come on in, join the gang, join the party. We have a lot of fun. All I ask is for you to respect everyone else. We have people who are financial experts and also people who are, beginning investors. So with that being said, remember, it's only for entertainment purposes. Do not take financial advice from the Discord. And also go ahead and use my link below for Webull. You get 4 free stocks if you deposit $100 when you join. All right. Atossa Therapeutics announces 2-year update of FDA-approved expanded access treatment with endoxifen. So keyword here, FDA-approved expanded access treatment. Again, guys, Atossa Therapeutics, as I mentioned in my previous video, is a early clinical stage biopharmaceutical company that is currently looking to get products in the market through, getting official FDA approval for some of their things, including the COVID nasal spray that has been on everyone's radar, as well as some topical formulations for breast cancer. So those are things we always have to remember. Now, people ask my opinion about Atossa and what I think of the company. And of course, I said long term, I think it's a great company with, strong potential. Now, again, the key word there is potential, everybody. It's not a company that has really 100% proved its worth quite yet. But over time, I definitely see milestones like the ones from today could be seen in the future, which are going to be catalyst after catalyst after catalyst until surely this company, I believe, will one day leave the penny stock range. Now, again, here it just kind of talked about, let's go scroll down. To date, the patient so they want to talk about specifically a patient who was, been given the treatment with endoxifen. So this is kind of significant. The patient has not had recurrence of breast cancer as assessed by clinical breast examination and mammography. So they were given basically a breast mammogram and has not had treatment-related changes in periodic laboratory tests and general clinical examinations. And moreover, the treatment has been well tolerated, including an absence of typical vasomotor symptoms commonly associated with tamoxifen. Again, that's our comparator drug, tamoxifen. Tamoxifen is currently the mainstay. That is basically what a lot of females are given after they go through breast cancer treatment. And they're on it for a prolonged period of time to ensure, again, these things like tamoxifen or estrogen blockers, they ensure that the cancer doesn't grow back or come back, either more aggressively or even just the same as it was before. So some of the things that they mention here is night sweats, hot flashes. So again, this is very, 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 very good. These are signs that these are the things that we need to hear from the company for us who are early investors. Not only for that, but again, guys, I buy into these pharmaceutical companies thinking they want to change the world. They want to change how medicine is practiced. They want to innovate. They want to create products that are going to help individuals. And that's why I truly believe in these companies. Now, if you do not, by no means do I think, anyone should invest in companies or investing their money into companies that they do not believe in. Because again, if you do, you're going to end up selling the dips instead of buying the dips. And then when you see it peak up, you're going to just stay away and not want to invest into the company. Now, we talked about ATOS back when it was at $2.61. I mentioned to everyone, it looks like it actually went at $2.73 technically because it was in after hours. But again, I told everyone, I see this as a potential buying opportunity, the window that it's at after we saw how red the week was overall. Again, we saw a significant decrease in the stock's price. So I mentioned, I thought potentially this was a good buying opportunity. Even as you could see, it went up almost to $4 a share. Now, what do we see today? after the announcement that I just read to you all about from the FDA approved expanded access treatment with endoxifen, investors started eyeing the company and people started buying in because they were like, okay, Atossa slowly but surely making it seem like they're actually legitimate and they're going to continue to do well. So again, little milestones like today cause our, miniature catalysts. So if you could see from the bottom where it was just last week, we're up 59%, and that's before the aftermarket. So that's 59% to just at the 325 market close. So again, guys, we're actually up about 70-80% if you were someone who bought in at the bottom of the dip. Again, we talked about it at 273. So let's be just honest here and go, let's just do the 286 mark, 13% plus 17. We're up about 30% since it was mentioned in the video. Now, what do I want to do with Atossa Therapeutics? Again, the shares that I bought when I bought the company in my previous video, it's the exact same time when I ended up buying. I'm going to be holding my shares long term. I actually bought after the dip the next morning. It was about 261, I think it was, somewhere around there. But I want to hold my shares long term, guys. And again, because we know clinical trials take time, it's not something that's going to skyrocket overnight. It's going to take some time, guys. We have to be patient, give it its time. But honestly, again, I can't tell you whether to buy or sell stocks, but Atossa Therapeutics is slowly but surely what I believe is going to start proving its worth, proving that it's a company that has some strong long-term potential, and that's why I'm going to personally be holding long-term, and I'm going to be giving you guys updates along the way like I have been for Zomedica, like I have been for Jaguar Health, etc., etc. So I mentioned I'm going to talk about JAGX. So little tiny update for everyone. And again, these updates mean a lot to all of us who are early investors because again, we need to continue to hear news because again, we bought into a lot of these rumors that we've heard, and now we might see them come to fruition as potential news and true catalysts for the company. So Jaguar Health's Chief of Sustainable Supply, Dr. Stephen King. This is the guy. He's going to be discussing crofelemer development on February 4th tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time as part of the American Botanical Council's Sustainable Herbs Program webinar series. That's a mouthful. So again, I'm not sure if the ways the public can tune in, but I'm sure there's going to be recording for people to view potentially if you're interested in that. But again, guys, these are the kind of things we need to hear. So crofelemer, the active ingredient in Mytesi, the FDA-approved drug product, is Jaguar's wholly owned subsidiary. We know all about Napa Pharmaceuticals going with the SPAC merger. You know what the news is. It's a botanical, plant-based drug extracted and purified from red bark sap. So remembering that, and it's again from the Amazon rainforest. I'm not going to read the scientific name because I don't want to butcher it. Although I'm a pharmacist, still, when it comes to scientific names for certain fungi, certain saps, those kind of things, the pronunciation is difficult enough that I don't want to make myself look like a fool. So crofelemer, again, is also a pivotal phase 3 trial. It's in phase 3 trial. Guys, you have to remember this. This is very key. Again, for the U.S., so currently it's on phase 3 clinical trials for potential use in cancer therapy-related diarrhea and under development for diarrhea in long haulers for COVID recovery population in Europe. So we talked about this. We talked about these are the things that we are buying in now, hoping that they end up coming true. And if these things hold true for the company and it gets FDA approval for cancer therapy related diarrhea, guys, and if you go on, even if you just Google how many patients with patients who are recovering or currently being treated for cancer, oftentimes a lot of chemotherapy cause patients diarrhea very, very commonly. I don't know what the percentage is. I could say maybe even upwards to 20-25% of people are receiving either anti-nausea, maybe a little higher percentage in that group, and anti-diarrheal therapy. And again, for the most part, the things that we have available currently aren't the best because oftentimes they'll cause things like constipation and unfavorable side effects where, we don't want to go the other way around where it's like, okay, we're treating the diarrhea, but now we're causing another diagnosis, which is going to in turn cause the patient to take even more medications. And we get into the whole idea of polypharmacy, which is something we do not like. So guys, JAGX, keep this on your radar, keep the stock on your radar. I think right now, I didn't pull up the price action, but guys, I think it's presenting a buying opportunity. I keep saying that in my videos, I know, but in the 5 days, 17%, with no real news, looks like people were taking profits, just selling their shares because they're not really seeing much of a price action. But from its all-time high of about $4, maybe a little higher than that, down still about 30%, guys. We're seeing waxing and waning, Again, what we call pretty much consolidation, but it's going in a downward trend. Now, has it found a bottom? It looks like last week maybe it did at 240, and looks like some significant support thereafter. And I'm hoping we continue to see the support. But until we know exactly what's going on and getting more and more updates, so these rumors hold true, that's when we'll start seeing significant price action, I believe, with Jaguar Health. So I'm holding for the long term again. I'm not someone who's going to be trying to just flip this one. Rather, I want to see what happens and what kind of revenue we see with this company, because I think, again, just like Atossa Therapeutics, it's going to go from being a penny stock to a behemoth of a pharmaceutical company. And again, JAGX, I truly think has a potential future. So as always, guys, be careful when investing. Only invest in companies you believe in, because that is the only companies that you will buy when they dip instead of sell. And as always, be safe out there. Join us in the Discord. Until next time, keep investing.